G'day, mates. This is Vicky from Geordie Shore, and you are watching ZTV. Sorry about me terrible, terrible accent.
G'day guys, Mikey here for ZTV, and I'm joined here with Vicky Pattison, better known as Queen V from Geordie Shore.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. I think it would be only fitting that we start this off with a shot. Cheers.
Yeah. To Adelaide. To Zhivago. You fucker.
So, this is not your first time in Adelaide.
It's not.
It's not your first time in Australia either. You've been here a couple of times.
No, I mean, this is practically my second home. I think this is my third time in Australia, but only my second time in Adelaide.
Yep. What's your favourite thing about Australia?
I'm going to be really sort of predictable and say the weather, number one. It's just so fucking sunny all the time. Number two, the very attractive everyone. Everyone is just so much more attractive out here. And happier. I think that sort of links in with number one.
Perfect.
And as we were saying earlier, canny decent wine selection.
Yeah.
After listing those three things, I don't know why I don't live here.
Why don't you?
Because you make it so fucking hard with a big citizenship thing, don't you? You're not making it easy for us.
Well, look, I will try and work on that.
You could get married.
Look, I'm down for that. And then, you know...
You faltered. You faltered.
So you filmed a series of Geordie Shore out here.
We did.
Yeah, what was your favourite thing about it?
Series 6. I just think for me, it came at such a nice time because I was just out of a relationship and I'd been quite miserable and quite controlled in that relationship. And to come out here and let me hair down in such spectacular fashion with all these half-naked, gorgeous people in sunshine was just perfect for me. So Sydney and Australia will always have fantastic memories for me.
Yeah, awesome. What was the hardest thing about the Australian series?
Your bugs, huge, huge. You warn her. You do warn her. I can't say you don't about the size of your bugs, but you just think it's a bit of a myth. It's fucking not.
And the drop bears.
The drop bears?
You haven't heard of drop bears?
Fall out the trees?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Sneaky bastards.
Now, I've heard you use a few phrases already that I recognise from the show. Can you give me the top 5 Geordie Shore phrases or words?
All-time, ultimate.
All-time best ones.
Okay, I think number 5, mint.
Yep.
So it means, last night was mint. It means really good. I was mortal. Absolutely smashed. Wrecked, wrote off drunk. Tashing on. Having a neck on. Having a bit of a kiss. Oh my God, I don't know if we've got any more.
Right, Bosh.
Bosh. So yeah, I mean, just when something good happens, you're out on a night out, you get a tash on with a decent looking bird. Bosh.
Nice.
But you can't do it without that.
Without the shoulder?
And the face. Try it.
All right, Bosh. What do you think you'd be doing if you hadn't landed the gig on Geordie Shore?
I certainly would not have lasted much longer at the call centre.
No.
I went to uni. I got a sort of a degree in drama, media and cultural studies.
Okay.
And I always wanted to be somewhere within the media realm.
You've announced that you're no longer going to be part of the Geordie Shore cast.
No, huge announcement.
Yeah. How did you come to that decision?
Right. Truth be told, I've been threatened to quit Geordie Shore since series 1. I'm such a drama queen. Like literally since halfway through series 1, I've been like, fuck this, I'm going. It's just such a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
It really is. And like everyone sees the final product and they see this like this hilarious show with occasional tantrums and tears. I mean, I know we joked earlier. Sometimes I watch it and I think, what are you crying for there or whatever?
Yeah.
But it's so intense when you're doing it. And for someone like me who completely wears their heart on their sleeve and is so emotional and I'm quite neurotic. Do you know what I mean? It's a really difficult situation to be in.
Yeah.
Like, you've got no phone, no internet, no contact with your friends or family. And it is very sort of contrived at times, and I do struggle with it, and I have struggled for a long time. But for me, I think the positives have always outweighed the negatives, so I've always kept going back. Do you know what I mean? I want to be a TV presenter eventually. I see myself, I don't know, breakfast TV, morning TV, or the X Factor or something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nobody wants you on shows like that when you're calling everyone bellends and your mates are sucking everyone off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, there was some personal reasons. Like it's impossible to have a relationship in there.
Yeah. You don't think you'll ever go back as a special guest, or
No.
you were? I did hear that you wanted to get on a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah, I was dying to do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think I'm a little bit too controversial for the UK one. I think they're worried about the bell end thing.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, it is what it is. I think for me to be considered for shows like that, I do have to distance myself from.
Definitely.
I will never criticise Geordie Shore. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still such a big a fan of the entire concept, the entire thing. I love everyone who's on it. I love MTV.
Do you love everyone that's on it? Let's be honest.
No, but that's a barefaced lie.
It is. If you had to go to an island and you had to pick 3 people, who would you go with?
Oh, do I have to have
You
three?
have to.
I would bring Holly.
Yeah.
Holly, honestly, so underrated.
Yeah.
Such a nice girl, such a lovely person, so much more intelligent than people give her credit for.
Yeah.
It now gets really tough. Not because
Ricky?
oh
Jokes!
lol.
What about Gary and Charlotte? What do you think of that whole thing going on?
I literally do not care. He's moved on. He's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Charlotte's had a couple of boyfriends since. And I just think we've got to stop referring to them as Gary and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Because if we're honest with ourselves, that has never really been a thing.
So in that case, reality shows these days do get a bit of criticism for being scripted
Fake.
and fake and everything. You know, and the Hill stars have come out and said it was completely scripted, it was
I
completely
know.
fake. I mean, the Kardashians have come out and said the house that they even show on there isn't their house. All of this stuff.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's all very contrived. Did you find that you were portrayed in a way often that wasn't actually the way that it was happening in the house, and it was all just to get ratings?
I know some of them are quite contrived and structured. Our ones in the UK, The Only Way is Essex, Made in Chelsea, I know some of them even have scripts.
Yeah, yeah.
Without being too derogatory, our cast, the majority of them, couldn't learn a script. So it's not possible. But anyone out there thinking Geordie Shore is scripted, or we tell them what to do or say, couldn't fucking remember it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are put in situations that are structured.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, everything we say and everything we do is ultimately us.
Yeah.
I would love to say like, oh no, they made us say that. Oh no, that was fake. That was acting. No, I'm really nice. I'm a lovely person all the time. The only thing I will say about Geordie Shore is that there are 100 hours of footage going to 42 minutes of show. There are moments when Gary isn't like having threesomes. Funny to believe, but there are some moments when he's not. I've got a question for you.
Okay, here we go.
We did one of these things today, right?
Yeah.
You know, the would you rather.
Uh-huh.
Would you rather watch your mum and dad have sex every day for the rest of your life, or join in with them once?
Well, okay, firstly, what was your answer to them?
I had to get involved.
Oh!
It's so bad.
Oh my god.
It's
Well,
so
look,
horrible.
you're being extremely honest now, and you have been
Nothing but the
extremely
truth.
honest the whole time, and you have just released your book,
Yes.
Nothing But the Truth.
The book is the most candid like I've ever sort of been. It was a deeply like
You
sort of.
touched on some tough topics.
Oh my god, so tough. It was like a really cathartic process for us to like sort of sit down and speak about all these things that if I hadn't done it, I probably would have never spoke about out loud.
Yeah.
Never would have. So there was loads of stuff that I would have just left untouched had I not done the book. And I'm pleased I did it because I've had so much sort of positive feedback.
Yeah.
And people turned up the sign and saying like, because you said, like, because you talked about what you went through with your relationship and because you got out and you gave me the confidence to get out of my unhealthy relationship as well. People talking to me about like weight loss, depression, everything. And I never sort of seen it becoming what it was. I never thought it would be as successful as it was.
Yeah.
For me, it was just important to sort of get my story out there. And it was like a very therapeutic process almost for me.
Yeah. Now, you've got 2 fiction books coming out next year.
Just signed me contract.
That's very exciting.
We start the week after next. Right, in the first one.
Well, good luck with it.
Thank you very much. I'm really excited.
Yeah, but thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for
and
having
we
us.
love having you in Australia. We love having you here. I've got to say your energy is insane.
Thank you very much.
And
back at you.
I can't wait to head downstairs.
Let's do this.
Thank you.
Woohoo!